Hey, this evening we're headed back to the Port. The Port was featured on the first episode of the Comedy Journal, and we're headed back there tonight to see a good friend of mine and a very funny comedian, Kenny Rooster. Kenny Rooster runs a show there called the Hen House. It is a burlesque drag and comedy show. Really fun and interesting show. We're going to go check it out tonight. Unfortunately, I won't be performing, but we'll get some good interviews and we'll see how they do it over there at the Port on Thursdays. Later. I am here with Lucy Benina. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. I saw you get off stage. You killed. How was the crowd?
It was a very hot crowd. Yeah,
Right.
very hot crowd for Hen House here at the Port.
How did you hear about the Hen House?
Kenny hit me up. Kenny Rooster, the showrunner. They were like, "You want to come do a show where we're doing comedy, burlesque, and drag?" And I'm like, "Absolutely."
Yeah, nice. So you're from Virginia. How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been at it for almost 5 years now.
5 years. Awesome. And what made you get started?
I did theater for a little bit, and then I did like improv and sketch comedy, and I just
Didn't like that.
I mean, it was fine, but I think all roads were like leading to stand up. This is it for me.
Gotcha. And at 5 years in, what advice would you give to a new stand-up comic who's trying to start?
Just get on stage and do it.
get on
Like
stage.
I'm teaching a class right now, and literally every class I'm like, okay, like this is helpful. We're writing, but you need to go to the open mics because if you don't, then this is for nothing. It's useless.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Awesome. I'm here with Davine Kerr. How you doing today?
Great, how about you?
Awesome. I just witnessed you murder her on stage. How was the crowd?
I'm still high, not from drugs, but the adrenaline.
Nice, very nice. How long have you been doing comedy?
Almost 9.
Almost 9 years. Awesome. And whereabouts do you usually do comedy? What area are you from?
I live in Virginia, so it's
Virginia.
mostly, DC, Maryland, Virginia, but I'll go anywhere.
Yeah, that's most comedians. We just travel around.
Yeah, I'll be in New York in October, actually.
Nice, very nice. Any type of advice you would give a first just starting comedian?
Don't do it, quit, we're too many. But if you do, if you're if you hate yourself, write some jokes and do as many mics and stage time as you can, because it's not like playing the cello. You can practice at home. You have to be on the stage and they tell you if you're good or you suck. But write some jokes for the love of God, and not just relying on crowd work. That's all I can say.
Awesome. And any thing you want to promote?
I mean, I'm at DC, Davine DC, on all social media platform, and you'll see all my shows there because it's, yeah.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Riley. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Very good. Just saw you on stage. You did an awesome job. How was the crowd?
Thank you so much. The crowd was awesome. Yeah, the crowd is always so fabulous at Kenny shows.
Nice, nice. How did you hear about the Hen House?
So Kenny asked me to be on it.
Oh, awesome. How did you meet Kenny?
So I met Kenny doing a show down in DC. It was I think it was at the DC Comedy Loft. It was I can't forget the name. I shouldn't swear. Sorry.
It's okay.
But it was a really cool show run by Sunny Sarouche.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy almost 4 years.
4 years.
But I did do some science comedy before that.
Gotcha. What got you into comedy?
When I was a PhD student, we had a mandatory number of training classes, and I left mine until the end of my degree, and then the only options were stand-up comedy for scientists or advanced theoretical biostatistics. So guess what I picked?
Big words that I don't know. Come on through. It's all good. I like to ask people this question. If you were to talk to a person who wanted to start comedy or just started out, what advice would you give them?
I think I would give them, the advice I would give them would be to work on things they genuinely like and find funny. Like, don't try to chase what you think is funny in terms of the moment, because there's no way to necessarily know what that is. Like work on things that are funny and meaningful to you, and that's how the success will come.
Awesome. Anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I'll actually be at Hannah Alden Jeffrey's house show, the first run tomorrow.
Nice.
I think it's going to be great. It's a really good lineup. And I'll be back at the Hen House on Saturday.
Awesome. Very good. Thanks a lot. I'm here with Saray. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm
Good.
alive.
Absolutely. Everybody killed here tonight. I don't know what's up. Did a great job on stage. How did you like the crowd?
The crowd was super fun. The energy was great. They were super supportive. I loved them. They loved me. It was
Nice.
mutual.
Nice. So you do comedy mostly around the Baltimore area?
Yeah, mostly in the DMV area for now. But I've traveled all up and down the East Coast. You can catch me anywhere you pay me to be.
Gotcha. And how long you been doing comedy?
Technically 4 years, but you know, COVID did a little something to that.
Yeah. And I always like to ask this question. If you were talking to a brand new comic or somebody who wants to try comedy, what advice would you give them?
I would say do it, go for it, and be prepared to learn from your mistakes. This is a game where the more you fuck up, the more you know about yourself and what you're doing.
Awesome. Anything you want to promote?
I got a podcast coming out soon. It's called Is It High in Here? And will be available on all platforms before the summer is over. And it'll basically give you the feeling of smoking with your friends.
Nice. Thank you very much. I'm here with the creator of the Hen House and my good friend Kenny Rooster. How you doing today?
I am doing phenomenal, spectacular, stupendous.
You had a great show tonight. How do you feel about it?
Thank you. I feel so good. I feel so good.
Awesome. How long have you been doing comedy?
That is a complicated question. It has many answers. I wrote my first set many years ago, but I didn't start seriously doing comedy until about a year and a half ago.
Okay, awesome. And how did you come up with the idea to do the Hen House?
Okay, well, about a year ago, I started doing drag, and I started doing drag as Nicolas Cage, I started doing drag because I'd always wanted to do drag. I identify as non-binary. You don't believe it, that's fine. And I just felt like drag and comedy, after all the comedy shows that I'd seen, like really went together and really complemented one another. And I think that one of the crushing things about comedy shows is if there is a lull, if there is a dull moment, if there's a comedian that is super talented but doesn't hit with the crowd, or isn't super talented, whichever, it like fucks the energy of the show. Whereas drag will immediately reset it. Any sort of other performance art, drag, burlesque, anything, will immediately reset the energy and allow for the next performer to be able to like start fresh, start something new. And that's not to say that I don't believe in my performers, but just to say that I think it is really valuable to have an energy shift partial way through, regardless of what is happening, what the show is, how it's going. I think that having a shift in energy, like the difference between stand-up and drag, where they're sort of related, there's like a certain amount of hype that is warranted, that is wanted, that is given. If you are able to intermingle those things, I think A, it helps out every performer, and B, it makes the show feel infinitely less long.
The show was lit tonight. It was absolutely lit. Everything she's saying is absolutely true. Anything you want to promote besides the Hen House?
I have started a new drag stand-up storytelling / gossip series at Ceremony Coffee called Spill at Ceremony. I run a Truth or Dare stand-up comedy show every Tuesday out of Brewer's Cask in Fed Hill. And that same Truth or Dare show is being brought to DC the first Wednesday of every month at Crazy Aunt Helen's.
Nice.
And in general, me and Dickless are trying to be out here, baby, trying to do it, trying to make it happen, trying to create some queer-ass art.
And last but not least, if you had to talk to a brand new comic or somebody who wants to try comedy, what advice would you give them?
Be authentic to yourself, but still open to critique. I think that something that fucks a lot of people is an unwillingness to edit. If there is a joke that you have that only hits with people who are exactly like you, rewrite it. It's weak. If you have a joke that you can only do in certain rooms, it's weak. As a queer comedian, I have had to do jokes in rooms of all sorts. There are people who don't like my jokes because they're not strong, and there are people who don't like my jokes because they're not good. And you need to learn to tell the difference.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the interview.
Hell yeah!
Yo, today we're headed to the Crown in downtown Baltimore. This is run by a comedian named Justin Jones. He's been in the Baltimore comedy scene for a long time, has a really good podcast called Daddy Home. This is a place I used to go to when I first started comedy. It was run by a guy named Chris Hudson, who's doing his thing out in Portland right now. Really good comedian. Check him out. But tonight is a variety show plus an open mic. So I have a guest spot on this show tonight. And we're going to have some fun. See you guys there.
Okay, I know normally you like it when people look off. That's like the professional thing. But can I just like look right into the camera at times?
Right wherever you want, man.
Great.
So awesome. I'm here today with Justin Jones, man, at the Baltimore's Crown.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming out tonight and shooting one of your videos here, one of your films.
Awesome, man. It's a pleasure. How long have you been in the comedy scene?
I'd say about 12 years.
12 years. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Over a decade for sure.
For sure. What do you have going on tonight?
Tonight we have a great show. It's the Fun of July show here at the Crown in Baltimore, 1910 North Charles Street. It's a comedy showcase and open mic. Something that we're doing, well, this type of show we're doing like once a month. Usually every other Thursday we try to do an open mic for anybody. This is kind of a new show at this location and it's going really well.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of different styles of comics coming out, and it's just a really good time. The crowd's really into it. It's a really unique environment, unique club, the lighting, the setting, the atmosphere. Very different, very underground, which is fun for a comedy show.
Awesome, awesome. And I always like to ask this of people who've been in the scene for more than 10 years. What kind of advice do you have for anybody starting out new or want to start comedy?
Advice. Definitely don't talk. Can I cuss?
Yeah,
I probably
go right
shouldn't cuss.
ahead. Yeah.
Don't talk shit about other comics. Just that's a good rule of thumb. Don't talk about them behind their back or to someone you think's your friend, because you never know when you're gonna need them, and it's not good. It's just bad for you to talk shit about people in any scene in general. So try to be nice to everybody. Try to help each other out, because you never know when someone's gonna become famous or have a cool show and you want to get on it. And if you're nice to them, they might get you on the show. Also, don't run the light. When you see that flashlight, it's time to get off stage. Wrap it up. Don't go longer. It's not good. We hate that. All of us hate it so much.
Me too. That's some of the best advice I've actually gotten out of somebody.
Really? Oh.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for having me here tonight, and
Yeah.
We'll see what kind of fun we're gonna have.
We're gonna have a really good time. I'm excited to have you on this show, and I think your viewers are really gonna enjoy it.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah.
it, man.
Thank
All
you.
right. Hello, I'm here with Kaylin Clemens. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. How long have you been in the comedy scene?
I've actually been doing it for about a year and a half now.
Year and a half?
Yes.
Cool. Where did you start doing comedy?
I started doing comedy at Church of Satire up in Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Very good place. Love that
Yeah.
place. Jim and Tom and all those guys are,
Yes,
are
love 'em.
super awesome. So, how did you hear about this show? How did you get on it?
So I heard about this show through Sam Kelly. I'd done a
Okay.
couple open mics that were down here as well at
Awesome.
the Crown when they came.
Awesome. And do you have anything you're promoting? Any shows coming up?
Not currently.
Not
no.
currently. Nice. Nice. Well, I hope to see you perform tonight and have a good time.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Appreciate it.